Welcome to our channel, Elevate English. Today, we have a special story. It is a story about success. It is a story about a man who failed many times. He failed more than most people, but he never gave up. He kept trying. He kept believing. And in the end, he changed the world. This is the story of Colonel Sanders, the man behind KFC. Let me tell you the story. The man's name was Harland Sanders. He was born in 1890 in a small town in America. The town was called Henryville. It was a very small place. There were only a few houses and a few shops. Life was simple. Life was hard. His family was very poor. They did not have much money. They did not have much food. They struggled to survive. When Harland was only 6 years old, his father died. It was a very sad time. His father was the one who worked. He was the one who brought food to the family. After he died, the family had nothing. Harland's mother had to work. She had to leave the house. She had to make money to feed her children. She worked long hours. She was very tired. She did not have time to take care of the children. Harland had to grow up quickly. He had to take care of his younger siblings. He had to cook for them. He had to clean the house. He had to make sure they were safe. He was only 6 years old. But he had to be a man. He had to be strong. He had to survive. He learned to cook. He learned to make simple meals. He learned to take care of himself. These skills would help him later in life. They would change his future. They would make him famous. When Harland was 12 years old, his mother got married again. His stepfather was not a kind man. He did not like Harland. He did not treat him well. Harland was unhappy. He decided to leave home. He decided to run away. He went to live with his uncle. He worked on his uncle's farm. He did hard work. He worked from morning until night. He was tired all the time, but he did not give up. He kept working. He kept surviving. Harland had many jobs over the years. He worked as a farmhand. He worked as a railroad worker. He worked as a streetcar conductor. He worked as a blacksmith. He worked as a soldier. He worked as a salesman. He worked as an insurance agent. He worked as a tire salesman. He worked as a gas station operator. He tried many things. He did many jobs, but he never found success. He never found the right path. He failed again and again. He was always struggling. In 1930, Harland was 40 years old. He was running a gas station in a small town called Corbin. The gas station was small. It was not very busy. Harland was not making much money. He needed to do something different. He needed to find a new way to make money. He started cooking food. He cooked meals for travelers. He served chicken, ham, and steaks. He served biscuits and vegetables. The food was delicious. The food was cheap. The travelers loved it. They told their friends. They told their families. Word spread. More and more people came to eat. Harland's food was becoming famous. Harland had a special recipe for fried chicken. He used a secret mixture of herbs and spices. He fried the chicken in a pressure fryer. The chicken was crispy. It was juicy. It was delicious. It was the best fried chicken anyone had ever tasted. People came from far away just to eat his chicken. Harland's business grew. He opened a restaurant. He called it Sanders Court and Cafe. The restaurant was a success. People loved the food. They loved the service. They loved the atmosphere. Harland was finally successful. He was making good money. He was happy. He was proud. But then, something terrible happened. A new highway was built. The new highway went around the town. It was a very big highway. Everyone used it. The old road was empty. No one came to Harland's restaurant anymore. The travelers had disappeared. They had no reason to stop at his restaurant. The customers were gone. The money was gone. The business was dead. Harland lost everything. He had no money. He had no business. He had no future. He was 65 years old. Most people would have given up. Most people would have retired. Most people would have accepted defeat. But Harland did not give up. He refused to accept defeat. He kept fighting. He decided to try something new. He decided to sell his recipe. He would go to restaurants. He would ask them to use his recipe. He would charge them a small fee for each chicken they sold. He would teach them his secret method. He would share his special spices. This was a crazy idea. It had never been done before. No one thought it would work. Everyone told him to give up. They said he was too old. They said he was too tired. They said it would never work. But Harland did not listen. He believed in himself. He believed in his chicken. He believed in his dream. He got in his old car. The car was small and dirty. It was not a very nice car. It was not a very comfortable car. But it was the only car he had. He packed his bags. He packed his pressure fryer. He packed his secret spices. He started driving from town to town. He visited restaurants. He offered his recipe. He offered his method. He offered his dream. He was rejected. Again and again. And again. And again. He was told no 1,009 times. That is a lot of rejections. That is a lot of disappointment. That is a lot of pain. Most people would have given up. Most people would have stopped trying. But Harland did not give up. He kept driving. He kept knocking on doors. He kept asking. He kept believing. On his 1,010th try, something changed. He met a man named Pete Harmon. Pete owned a restaurant in Utah. Pete liked Harland. He liked his chicken. He liked his recipe. He decided to give it a try. He sold the fried chicken in his restaurant. The chicken was a huge success. People loved it. They came from all over to eat it. They told their friends. They told their families. The word spread. Pete's restaurant was full. He made a lot of money. Other restaurant owners heard about the success. They wanted to try it too. They called Harland. They asked for his recipe. They asked for his help. Harland said yes. He helped them. He taught them. He shared his secret. More and more restaurants started selling his chicken. More and more people started eating it. The business grew and grew. It became a phenomenon. It became a sensation. Harland was now a successful man. He was 70 years old. He had spent most of his life struggling. He had failed many times. He had been rejected many times. But he never gave up. And now, he was finally reaping the rewards. He was rich. He was famous. He was respected. He was the founder of a global empire. He called his business Kentucky Fried Chicken. Later, people started calling it KFC. It became the most popular fried chicken in the world. It is now in more than 140 countries. It has more than 24,000 restaurants. It serves millions of people every day. It is a global phenomenon. And it all started with one man's dream, one man's determination, one man's refusal to give up. Harland became an icon. He became a symbol of success. He became a symbol of perseverance. He was known as Colonel Sanders. He wore a white suit and a black string tie. He had a white beard and a kind smile. He looked like a Southern gentleman. He looked like a true American hero. He traveled around the world. He visited KFC restaurants. He met people. He shook hands. He signed autographs. He told his story. He inspired millions. He showed people that it is never too late. He showed people that success is possible. He showed people that you should never give up. He was asked many times, "What is your secret?" He always gave the same answer. He said, "The secret is perseverance. The secret is never giving up. The secret is believing in yourself. The secret is working hard. The secret is not listening to the people who say no." He also said, "I made a lot of mistakes. I failed a lot of times. But I never failed. I just found 1,009 ways that did not work. And then, I found the one that did." This is a very important lesson. Failure is not the end. It is just a step on the path to success. You should not be afraid of failure. You should be afraid of giving up. Colonel Sanders died in 1980. He was 90 years old. He lived a long and full life. He achieved more than most people. He changed the world. He created a legacy that will last forever. His name is still known. His food is still eaten. His story is still told. His story teaches us many important lessons. It teaches us that age is just a number. Colonel Sanders was 65 when he started his business. Most people retire at that age. Most people give up at that age. But he started. He built an empire from nothing. He achieved great success at an age when most people give up. It teaches us that failure is not the end. He failed more than 1,000 times. He was rejected more than 1,000 times. But he did not stop. He kept going. He kept trying. And in the end, he succeeded. Failure is just part of the journey. You should not let failure stop you. You should let it motivate you. You should let it teach you. It teaches us that you should believe in yourself. Colonel Sanders believed in his chicken. He believed in his recipe. He believed in his dream. Even when no one else believed, he kept believing. Self-belief is very important. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your abilities. You have to believe in your dreams. If you do not believe in yourself, no one else will. It teaches us that hard work is important. Colonel Sanders worked very hard. He worked day and night. He traveled thousands of miles. He knocked on thousands of doors. He worked well into his old age. Hard work pays off. You have to work hard to achieve your goals. There is no shortcut. There is no easy way. You have to put in the effort. You have to do the work. It teaches us that you should never give up. This is the most important lesson. Colonel Sanders never gave up. He kept going. He kept pushing. He kept fighting. He kept dreaming. And in the end, he won. If you give up, you cannot succeed. You have to keep going. You have to keep trying. You have to keep dreaming. It teaches us that you can start at any age. Colonel Sanders started his business at 65. He was old. He was tired. He was poor. But he started. And he succeeded. It is never too late to start. It is never too late to pursue your dreams. It is never too late to change your life. You can start today. You can start right now. It teaches us that one person can change the world. Colonel Sanders was one man. He was poor. He was old. He was alone. But he changed the world. He created a global brand. He created a global sensation. He changed the way we eat. He changed the way we think about fast food. One person can change the world. You can be that person. Colonel Sanders' story is a story of hope. It is a story of determination. It is a story of success against all odds. It reminds us that anything is possible. It reminds us that dreams can come true. It reminds us that we should never stop believing. Thank you for listening to Success Path on our channel, Elevate English. We hope this story inspired you. We hope it gave you strength. We hope it reminded you that you can achieve anything. No matter how old you are. No matter how many times you fail. No matter what anyone says. You can do it. Just like Colonel Sanders. Remember, success is not about how many times you fall. It is about how many times you get back up. Colonel Sanders fell many times. He was knocked down many times. But he always got back up. And that is why he succeeded. That is why he is remembered. That is why he is a hero. See you in the next story. Goodbye, and good luck. And remember, it is never too late. Start today. Chase your dreams. Never give up.